another exciting edition of Explore Richland. I'm Mark Ingham. Well, it is an exciting time for the city of Richland as we have several monumental capital projects underway and nearing completion. On June 10th, we will open the doors to your new City Hall, and the Dubertail Bridge project is underway and on schedule, and so are the Swift Boulevard improvements. That said, we have another monumental capital project underway, the North George Washington Way Pavement Preservation Program. To talk about this project, we are thrilled to welcome Sheldon Williamson to the program.
Hi.
Sheldon is a civil engineer too with the City of Richland. Sheldon, thanks so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
That's great. Now, hey, before we dive into this monumental project, we would like you to start off by educating us on what the City of Richland's Pavement Preservation Program is.
Okay, so our Pavement Preservation Program is just exactly what it says. We're doing preservation projects on existing roadway. It's not new roadway, it's existing roadway. Back in 2013, we did a study to show what the conditions of all our roads were, and we do that every couple of years to get a condition rating of every street. George Washington Way fell within that program, and so we did ratings on the roadway, and part of that enabled us to get a grant to do this work. National Highway System gave us a grant of a little bit more than $3 million to do this portion of road. We would never be able to get that kind of money to do this road without that type of support. Because of that, it's a federal grant. We have to go through a washed out federal process, but it's very much well worth it to get this type of road done.
Wow, that's great. Now, thanks for that. Now, Sheldon, the project we brought you out to talk about is a monumental project. Talk with us, give us a project overview on the North George Washington Way Pavement Preservation Project.
So the project that we're doing starts down at Geyer and goes all the way north to Horn Rapids Road. It's 4.7 miles worth of George Washington Way roadway, which is a large, as you know, section of main arterial of the city of Richland. The project's going to entail new asphalt. All that area gets brand new asphalt. So we're going to grind off the existing asphalt and put new asphalt. We're not doing a full depth new rock, we're just going to put new asphalt. With that, also we have to do ADA ramp improvements. We have about 105, 110 new ADA ramps at all the intersections and crossing points as part of the project. We also have a few miscellaneous storm fixes, a little bit of water fixes, some other type of stuff like that we were adding into this project.
What's the anticipated timeline for this? When is this construction beginning?
We're hoping it begins by mid to late June. It will last all through summer into the fall. The last paving done probably mid to late October. That's our goal at this point.
And now, in addition to paving 4.7 miles of George Washington Way, what other amenities, what other improvements, enhancements will we see within the construction zone?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, we're adding ADA ramps, of course, where we have to at intersections. We're also adding a few rapid flash beacon controlled crossings of George. Those give pedestrians and bicyclists an opportunity to have a protected crossing. And we're adding a few of those. We're also redoing the Van Giesen traffic signal, upgrading it to a new traffic signal. There's one there now, but we're going to put a brand new one there. It's right next to the new school there, so that's an important enhancement. We're also adding a few sidewalks in a few different areas as money allows.
Great. Now, it's an exciting project, one that's definitely needed, but along with major road projects comes major traffic impacts.
Yes.
Can you talk about the traffic impacts we anticipate to happen during this, and how will traffic flow through the construction site?
Well, we are planning at this point is traffic will always be open. It's just not going to be the same amount of lane configuration, and so the capacity is going to be limited, of course, during construction. We're going to set it up so that at peak hours, morning rush hour, northbound will have at least 2 lanes, and then in the afternoon peak, we'll have 2 lanes in the southbound, outside of a few critical time periods like the paving and some of the grinding, some other stuff. But we're going to try to keep traffic moving the best we can. So daytime work only, we're not thinking about nighttime work. There's a lot of residents out here. It will, though, be probably slower. It's going to be, a lot of stuff's going to be going on.
We do encourage people to continue to visit and patronize the businesses within the construction zone. Just, plan accordingly, maybe get a little extra time, and look for alternate routes to get there.
And be patient about it, too. I mean, the contractor's trying to do their job when they get out here and doing stuff, and, we have a relatively short time frame to have to do all this work, because we want to get it done this year. We want to get paved by, the end of the year.
Well, roadwork on George Washington Way isn't, new to us. I mean, I remember it was back in 2012.
Yes.
We did a road project between Jadwin and Geyer.
Yes.
Can you compare the project for 2012 to 19, the similarities, and what are some lessons learned the city learned about that project?
So part of that project, that was more of a reconstruct project.
Okay.
So it was a full depth, remove the gravel, the rock, add a lot of new concrete work, and redo it in a different way. The other thing with that area of town, there's a lot more business access that only has exit in there. You've got a constrained amount of traffic and a higher traffic count, to be honest.
Okay.
So this is a little bit not as intense. It's very intensive, but because we're only doing an overlay, it's not going to take quite as much time as that section. And I do believe most of the businesses up here have alternate routes, and it should be a lot simpler to get to, unlike down there that people were really blocked, and it was just a very difficult situation.
Great. Well, Sheldon, thank you so much for coming on the program and educating us on the upcoming George Washington Way Pavement Preservation Project. Now, if you would like more information on this project or any other happening in the city of Richland, I strongly encourage you to log on to our webpage and sign up for e-notifications. You can do that by simply following the link below. And we've also set up a specific webpage for the George Washington Way project. You can find that at the web link below. And don't forget, we are where you are. Find the City of Richland on all the popular social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Mark Ingham. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Explore Richland.